Yo, it's the Latin Bass Assassin. What's up? What's happening? And we are back. The main motor seems to be working. Trolling motor seems to be trolling. Camera seems a little bit slanted, but anyways. What up, Yak? What's happening? We're getting out here a little later than usual, but that is because we had to attempt to fix our trolling motor issues, and those trolling motor issues have been resolved. At least we believe. As far as we know, the trolling motor issues have been resolved. So we are not gonna do anything fancy. We're just gonna cruise around. We're gonna cruise around. Not far. What up overseas? Carter, what's up? Amanda, what's up? What's happening? Camera's leaning a little sideways, guys, but I mean, come on. Tom, what's up? Cruise around and find out. Wow, we're gonna see what happens, dog. I think I have enough gas to cruise around, but not very far. We got ourselves a little Guntersville sunset off to our right. Dan, what's happening? I too was here last night. It's hotter than Hades. Oh, now we're going into Greek mythology. Well, that's where we start. I would like to see where this goes. I'm looking at this sailboat over here to see where they're headed. That's how easily I get distracted. It's almost like they're right on top of the hump. It's almost like, but it ain't. How is the streak going, Tom? We are currently on 40 plus days of consecutive fish outings where we have caught a fish. Yesterday was pretty close. We didn't have a trolling motor. All we had was our main motor. We fished into the night. Account 57. All right, guys. I came out here moments earlier. I did a recalibration of the foot pedal. I mean, not of the foot pedal, but of the trolling motor. It was the offset had been tweaked. So I must when I hit a warp speed on the trolling motor and I bumped into the trailer, I think I changed that offset. So by changing that offset, it made the trolling motor go out of whack. So that's what went down. But my dudes, seeing as how you guys yesterday were not fans of my plumber's crack, I felt like I should fix that first so that you guys didn't have to see me plumbing out here. But I do know that you guys were fans of my tight shirt, so I brought another one, and now you guys can just enjoy. I get well, that hook is sharp, so you guys get to enjoy that portion. But I'm just gonna go out here and throw some top water real quick, guys. I should actually probably. This is still the crappy line that I have been using, and this top water popper has been flying off just by itself. I see all the squiggly lines that I did last night from using the main motor as my trolling motor, so that's cool. So, you know, because we fear nothing, we will enact the zero or hero, and we are going old school right now on the GoPro. We are not utilizing the fancy setup. We're just going old school. Did Tom just say I'm fat? What the heck? Tom, don't you know I'm super self-conscious, bro? I got body image issues, dog. What is your deal, bro? That's gonna break my heart. He called me fat, guys. Now, look, Tom, when the moderator makes good food, it's hard to say no. And then she feeds me like I'm I don't know. She feeds me like she's trying to feed an entire youth football league. I'm like, yo, moderator, I'm not trying to be an offensive lineman. I'm trying to be offensive, but not a lineman. Man, did I think that I was gonna wake up today and go on the broadcast and just have somebody tell me, bro, you're huge, you're fat. Well, technically, I'm just gonna envision that Tom said, you're huge, huge. Not a great Trump impression, but you're huge. Still not great. So remember, guys, the zero or hero is enacted. That means if I zero on this fish outing, I will pay out a $25 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card. But if we catch a 5-pound BBL plus, we will also pay out a $25 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card. We paid out yesterday's random 10K subscriber live giveaway. Since we happen to see that live, I paid that out. But Tackle Warehouse said, oh, that's great, bro. We will send out that gift card in 1 to 2 days. I'm like, what the heck, Tackle Warehouse? Why does it take 1 to 2 days for you to ship electrons over to somebody? That makes no sense to me. It's not like, I guess their $50 free 1 to 2 day shipping also applies to, though it wasn't $50, it was $25. Maybe it also applies to their gift cards. Oh, Hans and Franz, bro. We're here to pump you up. Tom's out here Hans and Franzing. Oh. Hans and Franz. Would I have ever thought that the Rodcast would discuss Hans and Franz? I mean, it's a possibility. The Rodcast discusses all kinds of stupidities. So just add it too. But nah, Hans and Franz, not the top of my list. All right, guys, let's make it happen. Let's get ourselves some BBLs. It's Friday, homies. So that means it's Friday, Friday. Gonna catch a fish on Friday. Casting and catching, yeah. Casting and catching, yeah. It's Friday, Friday. Gonna catch a fish on Friday. Casting and catching, yeah. Casting and catching, yeah. Let's see what we summon up with that jam right there. It might be nothing. They might not want top water. I think they would though. But what I think and what the fish actually want, sometimes they don't line up. More often than not, they do not line up. You know what's odd is that now that I have a trolling motor and the wind is blowing probably just as hard as it was yesterday, I am not moving as much as I was, but I hadn't hit the trolling motor at all. So maybe the trolling, it's probably the trolling motor acted as a keel, or it acts as a keel right now. So I have the main motor down and the trolling motor down, so they act as a keel. Washalo, puro physics right here. And thus, creating more hydraulic drag and reducing the amount of boat movement due to the wind. It looks like potentially, let's see here. Mr. Woods might have to be taken out into the woods and dealt with. Okay, forget about the top water. What if we throw a white crankbait? Yeah, let's throw a white crankbait. This is a sexy shad KVD. Oh, this is the one that had a bird's nest. Oh yeah, forgot about that. The bird's nest must have fixed itself. You know, there's a lot of weird things that happen at night because the bird's nest is gone. So what the heck happened? There was a bird's nest. You should have been able to hear it in the rodcast. When I would cast, it would go. Chartreuse dome, chartreuse dome. Let me change the camera angle ever so slightly. Remember, dudes, if I zero, then you guys, somebody might get paid randomly in the chat. Okay, the grass is looking pretty Nice right there. We just went over the grass. Now keep in mind, guys, I'm not really much of a crankbait fisherman. I don't throw it that often. But sometimes you'll catch me slanging a crankbait. So now let me ask you guys, and we will talk about it potentially on other rodcasts. Who is going to watch McGregor against some other vato? I forgot the other vato's name. But who is going to watch McGregor out there, bros? Who's going to watch him? Who's watching that, dog? I'm watching it. I'll tell you much. That, I think, is on Sunday. Sunday night, maybe. Could be Saturday, but I'm pretty sure it said Sunday. So we are back to whole, guys. The main motor works. The trolling motor works. The motor mouth works. We are back to whole. Tater and Carter will be watching McGregor and his return. This rodcast is hopefully not going to be an extremely long rodcast, because remember, guys, I got to get up early tomorrow in order to get back out on the water. We were just making sure that the trolling motor worked, and it does now. So if Moon is in the house, Moon, thanks for submitting all that documentation to the rodcast that I had to read. So thanks for making me read. I didn't like it. I did not like it. Am I gonna night fish? I don't think so. The problem with night fishing is that it's not for the optical nerve. It's more for the eardrum. It is night fishing, ASMR style, because I don't have a light setup here where the spotlight turns on. It's gonna be like, stage lights. I don't have them, dude. I should put some on here and just be like, whatever the circuit breaker noise is to turn on the stage lights, and then be all like, this is improv with the Latin Bass Assassin. Everybody, throw out some ideas and I will improv. I have no idea if it's slow or not, dog. As yesterday, we had our own issues, dog. Mechanical boat issues. Right now I am throwing a Mag Dizzy, a fan favorite here on the rodcast, as it has brought in 7-pounders, couple 7-pounders. I'm definitely a fan of the Mag Dizzy. Qualified for national finals at West Point. Bro, were you in the military, bro? Were you some kind of military fisherman of some sort? Maybe talking about 2 points. I'm talking the military associated West Point, and maybe that lake is not the same. David, appreciate it. We'll see if we can continue the insanity. Just so you guys know, my back workout, I was all like, dang, bro, what's the deal here? Why did I wake up a little bit sore? And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I did an impromptu back workout when I became the trolling motor. One must become the trolling motor sometimes. Hopefully not very often, but sometimes you just gotta become the trolling motor. A top secret fishing team? Dude, I like that. Covert fishing team. That's what's up. America needs that. I need you to come over here with your scuba gear. I assume you got scuba gear, spot snatcher. And then I need you to see where my bait lands. And I need you to basically get a bass in the headlock, bring it over to my bait, and give them 2 options. It either bites my bait or you waterboard it. Technically, in this case, you dry board it, because I think that's the only equivalent to waterboarding. So you tell it, bite this guy's bait or you will be dry boarded, and then we'll see what happens. We'll see if the fish is all like, all right, or if it just sticks to its guns, is all like, dude, I'll never bite that guy's bait. Dry board me all you want. I will not bite his bait. Yak. Were you here during the live when that happened? You must have. I was dealing with a lot of hardware issues, so like I don't remember all the people. I just remember that Moon was there because he made me read a novel, and Spot Snatcher was there because he told me that it's only $25. Unlimited was there because when is he not? Not sure if Creel was there. I think Creel might have disappeared at some point in time. What he was up to, I don't know. Probably had a lot to do with chickens. Not that he's chicken, but probably had to do with him having to go care for the ladies. So 2 things, bro. Yesterday, I did catch a crappie. It was a 15 3/4 inch crappie, I believe. I think that's what I stated. And after that, next comment is that I cannot go under the bridges because, I mean, I can personally go under the bridge. I ain't got no problem. I'm like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, bro. I ain't worried about it. I'm under the bridge, no big deal, no issue. But if I go under the bridge, Elon gets scared. I don't know if it's bridge trolls that he fears or what the case is, but he gets scared and he's all like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I feel claustrophobic. We got to get out of here. So in order to make me move, he cuts off the signal. So it's not possible for me to go under a bridge. So I have to live life out in the open. I can't go near bluffs, well, certain bluffs, because It blocks stuff. So basically, you get what you get based on terms of service. The ability for the service to function. That's what happens. Yeah. I'm not going to say I agree or disagree with that statement that GM put there, but I'm just telling you. Them the rules. It might not even be Elon's fault. It might just be physics. Elon might be all like, oh, dude, I really don't have a problem with you going under the bridge, but there's this little thing called physics that does not allow the signal to penetrate down through all that steel and concrete. So, whatever. That's what you get. You get what you get and be happy. Or something along those lines. That's basically Elon's stance. But we are just thankful that we have a functioning trolling motor that sounds still cherry as fun, bro. Cherry as fun out here. I mean, that was problem number one. Whether we catch a fish or not, we're really not tripping on it because we're just glad that our trolling motor works. So we're enjoying life. Not that we weren't before, but we are definitely enjoying it a tad bit more because the trolling motor doesn't have a real big issue. It's just a quick fix that I was capable of doing. Didn't take too much time off the water, both issues that we had. So, dudes, let's rejoice. Huzzah, or whatever some culture says. Who knows? Whenever something cool happens. Now, my culture does not do that, but some culture somewhere, I believe, says huzzah. I have no idea which culture it is. I threw into the grass. Okay. I don't even have sunglasses out here right now. Not that I need them, but, you know, for eye protection. Always protect your eyes, children. That is one thing that cannot be undone. An eye injury. Oh, I see a lot of redactions. Redactions are frowned upon on the Rodcast. The only ones who redact are the government and those that are trying to hide something. So redactions, though I guess they are allowed, they are frowned upon on the Rodcast. Hey, get a room, GM. GM out here, I'm so fascinated by nature. Relax, bro. Mother Nature, she's old. You're out here kicking game to Mother Nature? What's your deal, bro? Mother Nature, I'm so fascinated by everything about you. Mother Nature, are you single? Is there a Father Nature somewhere? Mother Nature, I don't see a ring on those lake fingers. Is there any way that me and you can find somewhere to talk, you know, alone together? Relax, GM. This guy is kicking game to the cougarist of cougars out here, kicking game to Mother Nature like, well, I don't even know if you got a shot, bro. Because Mother Nature is not she's not like a 2, bro. Mother Nature's like about a 10. And you're over here trying to hook up with a 10? I give you props for your tenacity, for your belief in yourself. But I don't know if you got it, bro. Mother Nature, she's probably gonna diss you, and then you're gonna come over, you'll be like, yo, bro, I shot my shot, and Mother Nature, she didn't even respond, bro. She just moved on. But, I mean, you do you. I'm not gonna stop you there, bro. I am not gonna stop you from kicking game to Mother Nature. Everybody's into whatever they're into. As long as it's legal, then I really can't say anything. As long as it's legal and not in my presence, whatever, bro. If you want to take Mother Nature, and of course, she must be willing, but if you want to take Mother Nature behind closed doors and she's willing, then whatever you guys do is, or maybe not closed doors, open doors, because Mother Nature, she's best observed outdoors, not indoors. So, because if you're observing Mother Nature indoors, one, that must mean your house is infested with nature and it's kind of weird. And two, it's just better outdoors, bro. Tater says he thinks that GM could pull a 10. I'm not saying that he can't pull a 10, dude. What I'm saying is he can't pull the 10 of all 10s. You know what I'm saying? Mother Nature, I mean, we're not talking like freaking just any average 10. I mean, look right there, bro. Look at the division of light right there. Do you guys see that? Do you see how the sun, the rays are being separated right there, bros? Look at that. And GM is out here, oh no, man, bro, I got it. Me and Mother Nature, yep, it's going down. Nah, bro, you gotta come correct. It just ain't happening. And I just gotta tell you that as a homie that's looking out for you. These guys are gonna call me a nature watcher because I'm out here taking sunsets. Nature watcher. GM thinks he's got a shot with that. I hope that Mother Nature at least tells him, GM, I'm flattered, but you're too young for me. And then GM, I don't know what his response would be at that point in time. You're too young for me, GM. I'm some number of thousands or millions, depending on whatever you believe, years old, GM. I don't think it's gonna work out. And GM's just gonna be, please, Mother Nature, give me a chance. I'm not like those other guys. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, GM, you do have a good support staff. These wingmen right here, I don't know if they're just wanting to see you just flop, but they're out here and they're like, dude, you got it, bro. Mother Nature, she's into you. I don't know about that, dog. I mean, of course, I can't look at Mother Nature that way, but GM, if Mother Nature is into you, bro, then do what you gotta do. I kind of feel like that's I don't know. Maybe if you got Mother Nature at a moment when she's had a couple of, I don't know, toxic spills and she's like, whoa, my head is spinning. And then she's all like, you know what, that GM guy, looking through my my toxic slime goggles, he's looking mighty handsome right now. I don't know. Well, look at that, guys. That is way better than what's going on at the end of my fishing line. Don't worry about it. There's nothing. But look at that sunset right there. GM thinks he can. I don't see it, guys. You guys might also be those homies that try to talk up their homies and be all like, check it out, bro. Let's see if we can make him go hit on this person, or, you know, like do something dumb because you just want to laugh. And you're like, let's see if we can make him, we'll keep telling this guy that he could make a jump, but clearly he can't. And we just want to see if he hurts himself. Now, I'm not sure those are like great homies, but I know that there's homies out there like that. That rather than look out for your best interest, I mean, they're your homies, but they also like a laugh at your expense. Kind of starting to sound a lot like you guys. But, you know, GM, if you think you got it, GM may have moved on to another conversation, but I'm not gonna let you just throw that out, bro, and get away with it. I went back to throwing the top water, guys. In a little bit, I might throw a fit, but we're throwing the top water for now. Trolling motor holding like a champion. I think GM is just mesmerized and he's falling more in love with Mother Nature. I think the camera moved a little bit. Let me turn the camera so you guys can see it a little bit better. Don't let this get awkward, guys. We can enjoy sunsets together like men. And this doesn't have to be awkward. Unless one of you guys makes it awkward. And then, well, we'll just figure it out. So remember, guys, if I zero in this outing, then I will pay out randomly to somebody in the chat a $25 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card. But also do not forget that the subscriber giveaway is happening right now. All you got to do is be a subscriber and put a comment in my 8K subscriber giveaway short, and you'll be entered to win a $50 Bass Pro Shop or Tackle Warehouse gift card. But you must also be present during the live announcement of whoever won, and that happens July, possibly 17th at 5 p.m. Central, whatever the next Friday is. Not this Friday, but next Friday. You got to be there. You got to say, I am present, and you got to claim your prize, because if you do not, we move on to the next one. GM, you're gonna G God? Which little G God are you talking about? Are you talking about like Thor, Zeus? Which little G God? Because I know you ain't talking about the big G God. Come on, GM. What's up, dog? A big G God is where it's at, bro. Little G God. GM, what happened here, dog? I'm just gonna let that slide because I'm gonna think that you're still thinking about Mother Nature, so you didn't do a shift G. Wait, Moon's present? I don't see you anywhere, Moon. I mean, I see a star, could be a planet, but I see something up there and we are back to full strength. And that is full spelled F-O-O-L. We are back to full strength, guys. We got ourselves a little Juan. A little Juan buzzer beater at full strength. F-O-O-L strength is what we are at, guys. Puro little Juan. Here's a little sunset bass for you guys. Actually, I should allow it to raise like it's rising in the sunset. Look. Oh, wash out, little bros. A little sunset bass. You know what's up, guys. So, my dudes, the Zero or Hero has been nullified by this little vato. If you have anybody to blame, blame this little vato right here. It is his fault, not my fault, because I didn't do anything. Though he made me lose my freaking mag dizzy. So, that's what's up, dogs. Bam! The Zero or Hero has been nullified. So, we will now search for that 5-pound BBL plus and try and pay out the BBL plus giveaway. What is this? The channel of giveaways? That's what it sounds like. It's like every other word on this channel is giveaway, giveaway. Or maybe I'm saying, hey, I give way. I might be saying that. But all you guys, you egg me on, and I'm out here like, hey, I give away. I give away. And you guys like, no, you must keep going. It's hot out here. I give away. And you guys are like, keep going. It's dark out here. I give away. Nope, keep going. I'm thirsty. I give away. If you guys, for those of you who are not bilingual, that joke is probably gonna miss. But for those of you who are bilingual, then you're probably all like, ah, this guy's an idiot. I give away. Like the bass fishing Mr. Beast. Yeah, but without all like the weird stuff. Hey, Moon, I snuck one by you, but you found out. Hey, GM, I'm just looking out for you, bro. Because you might be confusing the viewers. They might be all like, whoa, little G? Who are we talking about here? Poseidon? Who knows? We will continue to throw some lines, guys. We got ourselves that well, it was a baby bass live. We got ourselves that Zero or Hero fish. So we are not concerned with that. We will eventually go run the riprap because we got a functioning trolling motor. It's getting dark, and you guys know this is the riprap after dark. This is the Rodcast, riprap after dark. I was just trying to make sure that you didn't get smited, GM. I gotta look out for you, bro. That's grass. It's just grass. Mr. Bassassin Games. All right, bros, we do not want to play Mr. Bassassin Games because they are going to get like weird and people are going to get hurt. I mean, I'm not talking like anything out of the usual, but I'm talking about like weird, like, I'm like, okay, guys, you need to, there's going to be a physical challenge of some sort. And then you guys like, this guy wants us to drink like 10 gallons of chocolate milk. Can you do it? I don't know. It's just gonna be weird things like that. Things that make little sense to the whole situation. But there will be a pay. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, bros. I felt that bite. Let me check my drag. Oh, my drag is right. My drag is right. Pues que pues, bro. I did get a bite right there, guys. I set the hook, but whatever it was, it came with me and it just didn't show up on the rodcast. Actually, you know, the Mr. Bassassin games, I would tell you guys, okay, this is the only challenge of the Bassassin games. Catch a fish on the hot. And then you guys would be like, ooh, we're never gonna get the $1 million. Not that I would probably be able to pay out the $1 million, but you guys would be all like, oh, this is rigged. Of course nobody's ever gonna win this $1 million because we gotta catch a fish on the hot. And then you guys would all quit. At least those that know better would quit, and they'd be all like, this is impossible, bro. Might as well quit now. Would it be like Survivor? Nah, I don't think it would be like Survivor, bro. I don't think I want to see you guys like these Survivor people with not all their clothes on. No, we're gonna make sure that we do things that keep us as clothed as possible. See, already Spot Snatcher has quit. He said, this game is rigged. There's no way anybody could catch a fish off of a hot. But he quit. That's grass. I was in a pocket of it. He quit, but he might be the wisest of all of us at that point in time. Because here I am, still with the hot tied on, with zero fear. Now let me ask you guys an honest question. If you guys were presented with the possibility of, let's say, all right, let's get some of the Rodcast OGs. We got Unlimited. We got Colin, if he's allowed into the country. Now, if your name isn't called, guys, do not be offended. But we got Colin. We got, I was going to say Creel, but I don't think he's allowed to leave the chicken farm. We'll call it the chicken coop because that makes him sound crazier. So Creel's not allowed to leave the chicken coop, so I don't know if we'll be able to include him. But so he's a maybe. We got Colin, Unlimited. We got Al, GM, and let's throw Don in there, and Moon. Okay, so those are the guys that were here, I mean, basically since like subscriber 1. I mean, technically 50 because you had to be, at least have 50 of them, right? Though I don't think I was closer to 1,000 than I was 50 when we started, but that's neither here nor there. So if you were presented with, okay, I'm gonna start off with Unlimited. Unlimited, if you were presented with, I don't know, let's say we're at $1 million. We're starting off at $1 million. And there are however many of us, I mean, not me, of course, because I'm not involved. So there was Moon, possibly Creel, so we'll just say Creel, Don, GM, Colin, and Unlimited. So there's 6 of us, but that's terrible. Let's take Creel back out because he had to go home to go check his chicken coop. So Creel's out. So now there's 5 of us, or 5 of you guys, and there's $1 million out there. And the first person, who is unlimited, he gets to take as much as he wants. Unlimited. What do you do? Do you take the full $1 million, or do you take your fair share? Unlimited, go. What do you do? Now this is all in the darkness, Unlimited. Oh, I forgot about Tater. Sorry about that, Tater. But Tater came in a little bit later than these other guys. Ah, yes, the Tater relationship. When Tater came in, just like all tater tots do, bro, you get them, they're brand new, and they come in a little hot. And rather than taking some time to let them cool down, you just start eating. And then the tater tots, they burn your mouth and you're like, well, that was stupid. I should have waited, but I couldn't. So Tater came in kind of hot, but then Tater realized, oh, wait a second, that's not the flow. And then now Tater's an OG. But what does Unlimited do? It is for whatever you want, Unlimited. You could take the full $1 million yourself, or you can take any portion of that. You could take $999,999 and leave $1 for the rest of the vatos, because there are 4 more people after you who will be getting their shot at taking a cut. So what does Unlimited do? Does Unlimited take the $1 million, or what does he do? Tú dime. GM, are you accusing me of being a tater hater? Nah, bro. I'm not a tater hater. Would a tater hater try and save the Rodcast's only living mascot, which may Rip Rap be happy wherever she's at? What does Unlimited do? The clock is ticking. What does he do? I'm setting the hook on any grass that feels bitey. And I tell you what, there's a lot of grass out here that feels bitey. It's making me mad. What does Unlimited do? Let's see. All right, guys, end of the game. Unlimited took the full $1 million. Now I gotta get reactions. Okay, next person up is Don, but Don's not here, I don't think. So we'll move on to the next person. Colin, if you are here, you might not be. What is your reaction now that Unlimited has taken the full $1 million? Colin, you have a shot at answering. If you do not answer, we're moving on to the next person. I didn't mean to make you sad, bro. I didn't mean to make you sad that Rip Rap, remembering Rip Rap, but we gotta remember Rip Rap, bro. It's been a long road without you, Rip Rap. And some other words that happen in that song, but I can't remember them for some reason. And then some kind of ooh, 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 ooh. All right. So, who was the next person? I don't even remember who I said was the next person. Colin is not here. So, Colin must have fainted when he saw that Unlimited took all the $1 million. Next person up GM, what do you do? Of course, we gotta make Moon go last because he's a baby, so he gets to go last. If it was Easter, like an Easter egg hunt, then Moon would go first, but he instead gets to go last. GM, what do you do if you go and you see that Unlimited has taken all the million for himself, and you see Colin's essentially lifeless body laying there fainted? I'm not sure how much Canadians can take, but you see Colin's body fainted on the ground with no money around. What do you do? And as you put that in there, I will have a mic off moment. Tell him to think about the children, which he really means just think about Moon. Wow, bro. Okay. So, now Moon, I'm assuming that you are now old enough to be able to say, I don't know, maybe about like 15 words, because I don't know, you're probably of the age where you can say mama, dada, poopy, or caca, or whatever, pee-pee, whatever amount of words that you can say. Because I don't know really your age, but I'm just assuming you're essentially around that age range. So what do you say, Moon, now that you see GM just flabbergasted that there's no money left? Colin's, I mean, essentially lifeless body on there. He fell, he fainted. The separated portion of his head has rolled off away from him. And you're just there looking like, what's going on here, guys? And now the money is gone. But I assure you that Unlimited is sitting on a money mountain. Just, I mean, essentially, he's I don't know what I forgot what it's called. He's rubbing his hands together menacingly because now he is Unlimited, the millionaire. Unlimited, the unlimited money man. So, what does Moon do when he sees this? Oh, Don is in the house. Okay, Don. We skipped you because we thought you weren't here. But Don, let's get you up to speed while Moon is trying to create words in his little baby brain. So Don, we're playing a game. This game was seen on Beast Games or whatever. There was $1 million that was for the whole group. Anybody could take whatever amount they wanted, but they had to go in order. And the order was Unlimited, I think it was Don or Colin, one or the other, and then GM, and then Moon, because of course little baby's got to go last. Just suck on your kale, Moon, if you cannot answer. Moon said he's 32. Okay, guys, so Moon is 32 months old. That is just shy of 3 years old. You know what? We're proud of you, Moon. We are so proud of you, Moon. You make us proud every day, mijo. Wait, scroll back and see your answer. I'm not taking friggin' orders from a 32-month-old. What the heck's wrong with you? I will never take orders from a 32-month-old. Okay, he said I'll answer right now. Okay, well, apparently he's not doing anything. He's just gonna quietly sit there and be like, all right, well, I guess there's no money left. Because now Unlimited is the millionaire money monster. He's scaring these 32-month-old children. They will have nightmares from here on out thanks to him taking all the money. But Don, what do you do? Okay, I think Don is barely registering that this place is still as dumb as when he left. I'm going to the Rip Rap, guys. I don't plan to be out here as long as I am, but I am. Unlimited took all the millions. I mean, there was only 1 million, but he took it, guys. See what part of the Rip Rap is not. All right, this should probably be good. Since the trolley motor is working, we'll get feisty and we might run 2 legs of the Rip Rap. And if you guys have noticed, I now point you guys facing forward because Moon is 32 months, 32 months old. So now we can all face forward. We should all thank Moon for growing. He is 32 months old, guys, so we can face forward on the boat. How could you split it with Unlimited? He took it all, Don. He didn't give anybody a chance. He just took all the millions. He took the $1 million. The rules were there. All right, Rip Rap, here we come with a sad, sad heart. What the heck? You could buy... What? I must have missed something here because now we're talking about poison darts. Poison dart frogs. I think that's what it said. Again, there are times when I read very few portions of the comments. Man, now I feel bad because I started the order, but probably for TV drama, it was best to start the order with Unlimited so that we can see this. And we could say, oh my God, he took all the money. Because if it was Moon Okay, let's reverse the order now that, but Moon's already seen the outcome. Let's reverse the order. Let me see if, let me first translate for Moon. Goo goo gaga, goo goo, Moon, goo goo gaga. For those of you who are not trilingual, that was me telling Moon that he has $1 million. It was basically in Boss Baby talk, but he has $1 million laid in front of him, in front of his crib, and he has the opportunity to take as much as he wants, knowing that there are people after him. And I don't mean like after him, like chasing him, but there will be people after him that get to take from the money that's left. So my guess is that Moon's gonna say that he would first put a doo-doo in his diaper after he sees the $1 million, because I mean, he's a baby, he ain't seen $1 million ever. I mean, I don't think any of us have seen $1 million ever, but still, for a baby, that's hardcore. So he ends up putting a little dookie in his diaper, and then after that, what does Moon do? Does Moon take just enough, or what does he do? Moon, what are you doing, dog? Okay, it's probably gonna take a little bit of time for his little baby fingers to type something. It's probably gonna be gibberish, but I will translate it for you guys. So fear not. The 32-month-old Moon will... I'm surprised he could count to 32. He must have overheard it. But either way, I'm impressed. A 32-month-old being able to count to 32, that's impressive. I am throwing a KVD. Did Don ever answer what he was doing? I might have missed that while I was driving, because safety first, guys. Okay. I thought it couldn't get any worse than Unlimited's answer. Unlimited, I think, said that he was buying a boat for everybody. Moon came in and said he's taking it all, and to add insult to injury, he's buying everybody a hot. What? Dude, that is... Not only did he leave you guys penniless, but he also said... F your couch as he left. He just went and Rick James you guys and said, here's a hot. So GM was next. Yo, GM, now that for some reason, both sides of this equation have taken all the money, but this time, Moon took the money, but he gave you a hot. What do you do, GM? Now that you have a hot, because now you could be like me, bro. You could have a hot, and maybe Mother Nature will respect you and want to date you. That is correct, bro. I'm Rick James, fish. It's a celebration, fishes. Man, bros, you see, though there would probably be multiple seasons of this, I don't think I would have to stop being the host, because seeing the Guntersvilleans tear each other apart, I can't take it, bro. I just can't. I'm gonna be all like, look, somebody else needs to host this show, because it's hurting my soul. Oh, a couple bats, huh? I'm Batman. Dude, I don't know what happened. I don't know how money just changed these guys. It's just crazy. But I guess I said honest question and they gave me honest answers. Wow. It is very crucial what order the money is allowed to be picked from or whatever. Wow. I might not even go fishing tomorrow now that I can't think. Ah, yes, that's essentially what it was, Unlimited. I could have potentially Yoko Ono'd, if that's whatever her name is, the band. I came in, I brought the homies to the game show, and then the homies were all like, yo, dogs, I'm taking the whole million. And I'm like, whoa, whoa. And then the band broke up. Wow. And the band played on, I think, I'll always remember us this way. Broke and all with hots, thanks to Moon. Wow. Dang, Moon is out here quoting the Wu-Tang so that he can justify his actions. Cash rules. Cash rules everything. Cash rules everything around. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, steal the money. Dollar bills, y'all. Wow. I don't know if these guys are suffering from a lubrication right now or some kind of mental or mind-altering substances, because Moon, it has not only doubled down, he's tripling down. He's letting everybody know he will sleep well at night, knowing that cash rules everything around him. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. He grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side of wherever he's from. Well, from the crib right now, but you know. That was a very specific request there, GM. Almost like you've been waiting for Moon to steal the money and be prepared to request that. Now, I'm not here to judge, but I'm just saying it was very, very specific, and I think when Mother Nature wakes up in the morning, she's not going to be very happy with you. She's going to be like, I knew it, GM. I knew you weren't ready. I knew you weren't ready for a relationship. You're not mature enough for me. I'm Mother Nature. I've been around for a bazillion years. I've seen multiple Unlimiteds and Moons steal the money and take it all for themselves. Okay, now it is one of my, and this one I don't think I'm gonna accomplish, but you gotta put the bar high. It is one of my life's goals to get Shakira on the rodcast. And I'm gonna let a yacht go by so that the wake is moving us all hippie-like, as in our hips are gonna be moving. And then as she's doing that, I'm gonna be all like, excuse me, ma'am, what's your name? And she's gonna be like, Shakira, Shakira. And her hips are gonna be moving with the wake, because of course, I can't request for her to show up on the rodcast and then music us like ass. Why is there not a single fish on this riprap? Dang. Very, very specific request. I'm gonna try, GM. I'm gonna be all like, Señorita Shakira, can you come to the Rockest y luego vamos a pescar? And then she'll be like, I don't want to go fishing. That's stupid. You mean out there in the hot sun fishing? That sounds stupid. And then I'll say, well, your number one fan, I'm gonna pose it to her as a make-a-wish situation there, GM. So you're gonna have to kind of act like there's something wrong with you, bro. Whatever it is, I don't know, but you're gonna have to act like something's wrong with you. And I'll be like, so this guy over here, his make-a-wish is that you fish on the rodcast. So whatever you believe you could get away with, stating that it is wrong with you, like, hey, this is my issue. I don't know if eating Oreo shakes is a medical issue. It may cause medical issues, but an addiction to Oreo shakes may not qualify you as a make-a-wish vato. But it's got to be believable so that she shows up. Dude, of course when she's on the boat, the zero or hero is enacted. I'm focused, man. Tell Scott to holler at me, man. I'm gonna be more concerned about keeping Silver from hitting any obstacles to be looking at Shakira. Bruh, come on now. I am able to function with Shakira in the house because, you know, whatever. Shakira's like a whatever situation. If I wanted a crazy Hispanic lady, then I would have married one. But since I didn't want that, then I didn't marry one. Because you gotta understand, guys, I have seen Hispanic chicks all of my life. And they have a tendency to be, yeah, it's all great, bro, when it's great. But when it ain't great, there is this Hispanic passion that comes out, and you better hope that you live through those instances. Dude, I've seen a family member who shall remain nameless, and their relationship to me shall also remain nameless, or remain unknown. But it was a family member. I've seen this dude show up with a freaking hole in his body that, I mean, I don't think he was born with it, because it was leaking some blood cells. I seen him show up with a let's just call it a puncture, talking about I don't know if she was his wife, let's just say his significant other, decided that he needed one extra puncture. And I'm not talking about a piercing, I'm talking about a puncture. They're like, oh, you know how you would look extremely sexy is with a puncture wound. And that lady that did that, I can assure you, was 100% Hispanic. And now it's all like, bro, Hispanic stands for, if you hook up with a Hispanic lady, it basically is in the title, bro. His panic. So Hispanic ladies are basically what they are, the label. If you marry them, they become your panic. Because when they call, if you're hanging out with the homies, then I've seen multiple vatos be like, hey, hold on, hey, calm down, guys. That's my ruca. I told her this, that, and the other, so keep it down. Hey, ¿qué pues, amor? Oh, yeah, no, we're just over here at this and that, and blah, blah, blah. And we're like,
yo sé que estás con esos güeyes. Y ahí estás. Yo sé que están tomando.
and then he's all like, no, hey, baby, no estamos tomando, we're not drinking. And then she's like,
estás diciendo mentiras. Ya sé que estás diciendo mentiras.
and, you know, chaos ensues like that. I just saw GM's car. Well, that's dedication there, GM. So, yeah, guys, that's basically the breakdown of his panic women. You guys think it's all fun and games? And at the beginning, sure, it's all fun and games. How do you think they trap you? It's all fun and games. They're like, oh, hey, papi, let me make you something to eat and blah, blah, blah. Eee, look how strong you are, papi. Oh, my God. And then you're just all like, oh, okay, yeah, she's talking me up. That's what's up. And then she's feeding me. Okay, it's all good. Life is good. Hey, papi, do you want to go and blah, blah, blah? Yeah, let's go do that. Whatever, cool. I'm going to have to continue this rant on the other side of the bridge. Hold on, guys. Let me try this bridge over here real quick. Hopefully I don't get my jig stuck, but if I do, dang. Yo, this is not to ruin your fantasy here, dog. This is just to put you up on game, dog. So yeah, they're gonna talk you up, bro. They're gonna be like, hey, papi, oh my God, oh. You're the best, this, that, and the other. And then when they see you in your mind, because somehow they can see your mind's eye. But when they see your mind's eye drift to even think about another chick, bro, like just even think about her and it's in like any form, bro. You could just be all like, I gotta remember to take that document to the lady at the DMV. Boom, she can see it. And she's like, ¿Quién es esta lady at the DMV? Next thing you know, you're explaining why the lady at the DMV is necessary for public life. You're like, the lady at the DMV, she helps me submit the paperwork so that I can get my car registration. I'll kill that fish. And then you're like, dude, it's not that serious. I just need her to take these documents. Oh, you're trying to give her your documents? Oh, okay. Next thing you know, bro, you end up with a new entrance into your body. And you're like, dude, I was just trying to get my car registered. So those are just possible things that Shakira might, though, I mean, she might be a different breed because she's got a lot of money. But you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it doesn't matter how much money you have because some of these things you can't hide. Money doesn't make things that are hidden deep in your DNA disappear. That's not how it works. Money allows you to cover it up, but not allow you to make it disappear. Like, dude, if I was a millionaire, I would still have the uncontrollable urge to do a grito. It's just, I wouldn't even know where it came from. If I was adopted by a millionaire family, never even saw my Hispanic side of the family, dude, I would still just randomly, I'd wake up in the middle of the night, a dream, and I'd go, oh, and well, what the heck was that all about? And I wouldn't understand it, and then I would talk to my parents, and I'd be like, hey guys, do you guys know why I just did a yell in the middle of the night? And they'd be like, oh, we were afraid this day would come. Son, we got to tell you something. And then I'd be like, what, mother? What is it that you need to tell me? And then you would discuss how you were adopted. But that is a situation, I'm just telling that one story, that a potential adoption story, just so that you could know that just because she's got millions doesn't mean that she cannot have a crazy Hispanic side. My jig, I didn't want it to get stuck. Son of a fish. I like this jig, bros. I liked it very much. See, Don knows, bro. That's why Don, he shows up at the channel, bro. He's like, oh, I was basically raza. So that's why I'll watch this guy throw some lines and say some stupidities because we're basically family. I had an ex-Hispanic chick and we're basically vatos from the barrio. That's what it is. I'm gonna have to bust this jig off. Son of a fish. Oh, that's what you get. The jig lives on. So, we will now refer to Don as Don from the barrio, because apparently he had a Hispanic chica too. So, Don, I pray that you have escaped her, because they sometimes find a way back into your life. So be careful, Don. Be careful, Don, because those chicas, they will find a way. So yeah, GM, I didn't mean to ruin your Shakira situation, but I'm telling you, bro, I am here to to at least warn you of what's possible. The possibility that Shakira might, because maybe, I mean, I don't think Mother Earth is Hispanic, but like maybe heard that you were talking about Mother Earth, she'd do everything in her power, spend all the money that she's got to basically destroy Mother Earth. So she would do a lot of deforestation and she would do a lot of nuclear spills and stuff like that, because she'd be like, let's see if that fish likes it when I put scars on her face. And let's see if he thinks she's so beautiful when I scar up her face with this toxic sludge, with this deforestation, with making everything a barren desert. And you're just like, yo, I just said Mother Nature was beautiful. There's nobody more beautiful than me. Don't you ever look at another girl. You know, Mother Nature is sort of metaphorical, or not metaphorical, but there is when you give human traits to inanimate objects or things that, I forgot what it's called, but yeah. What the heck? I'm over here, as you see, that's how I know that Four Locos is, I mean, he might never take words of wisdom, because I'm over here, I'm kicking the wisdom, bro. I'm telling him about Hispanic chicas, and then he's all like, hey, bros, did you know that Reese's has a new peanut butter cup? I was like, dog, I know you're not trying to hear this, but you need to hear this. These Hispanic chicks are crazy. But he's focused on the peanut butter cup and not the knowledge that I'm dropping. Now, I mean, there is like a few of them that are nice ladies, but all of them are nice until they have been scorned, let's say. But I guess that's every woman, right? That's why the saying is, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Look, all I can tell you, Spot Snatcher, is that subbing is free. Maybe if people had to pay for this, then they'd be all like, you know what, I ain't paying for this. This is insanity. But I mean, I'm thinking that they should actually pay me for this, because this is wisdom, bro. This is wisdom that you cannot find on other channels. They are gonna try and sugarcoat stuff and be all like, oh no, the Hispanic woman is a woman of culture and defiance and blah, 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 and this, that, and the other, trying to make it spin it like some of these qualities are healthy. But I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm gonna be like, yo, dude, some of these chicas are locas. So you gotta, do not be fooled by the packaging. Sometimes the fancier the packaging, the crazier the warning inside of the booklet. You know what I'm saying? Where it's all like, warning, this may cause cancer, or warning, this, that, and the other. You just kind of gotta read. You might just open the package and be like, oh my God, this booklet is extremely long and it has a lot of warnings. So I think I'm just gonna return it, because you don't want to get too deep where you can no longer take it back to its manufacturer. And there's no need for you to keep the receipt, because I assure you that she will be keeping all the receipts for you. So, not necessary, guys. She will keep all the receipts and remind you of every single what they believe to be situations that needed to be documented. Remember that DMV girl? And I'm like, actually, no. After I got my car registered, I no longer thought about that DMV girl until every time that you remind me about this DMV chick. Okay, this is an extremely abrased jig. Dude, like this line is abrased like you wouldn't believe. It's basically, it's disgusting. Okay, let's go to the riprap. Let's run the riprap because we gotta save some energy for tomorrow. We'll be fishing till about 11-ish tomorrow. Let's see what Don said. Dude, if there was a megalodon living in Guntersville, do you think I'd be on my boat right now, fool? Dude, I would be landlocked. You don't think a megalodon would like to take a bite out of silver? What the heck is wrong with GM? I think what he's trying to do is take the heat off of Shakira so that we don't ruin his fantasy. Oh, wait a second. Now I'm a little sad because Don said that, no, he was just talking about his ex-wife and that she's not raza. So now me and Don are not brothers from the barrio. Don is just a homie, but not from the barrio. All right, guys, we're gonna run this riprap. Let's see what happens. We've only caught one fish today, but dudes, I didn't have to pay out the Zero Hero giveaway. So we are happy, ecstatic even. Let's see if there's any people on this riprap. We might not be able to run it. You guys mind if I run this riprap?
Oh, no, go ahead. Yeah, I got a spotlight. Good?
Oh, I appreciate it. Didn't want to be presumptuous.
No, man.
You guys catching them?
I just caught my first one. It was 3 3/4. Pretty good.
Oh, nice. You throwing artificial bait or live bait?
Yeah, I'm just throwing I don't know if you've seen them. Waterfront's not the only place I've seen them, but the 7-inch Seacoast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just throwing a big Seacoast.
Well, good luck, dude. Okay, there might be eelgrass over here too. Son of a fish. How is there eelgrass on both sides of this? All right, eelgrass, you are starting to. You are starting to urine me off, bro. Now I know that freaking Four Locos, he has to be on some mind-altering substances because he is talking about food. And my guess is he's hungry. I got a little spot right here that I can run this. So yeah, GM. That's just a little bit of tidbit of information, bro. So choose wisely. I mean, look at what's his name? Ben Affleck, or whatever the heck his name is. The guy who's married to, or was married to, Jennifer Lopez. Now, on the surface, one would be all like, oh my God, it would be so amazing to be married to Jennifer Lopez. But he did it twice. And I don't know if they're still together, but that was 2 times. One, he was all like, maybe it was just, not the right time. And then second time, he's like, nope, it's not about timing. This chica is allegedly loca. How could, you gotta think about it, bro. Those are 2 millionaires right there. So it's not a money thing. It's not like one has money and the other one doesn't. It's a compatibility issue. And I can tell you right now that J-Lo has some packaging that allows most guys to look past some of those warnings on the manual or in the manual. But even with all that packaging, all that fancy packaging, oh, what an idiot. I'm gonna have to do a re-tee right here because this is disgusting. Even with all that fancy packaging, Ben Affleck was not, Affleck. He was not able to find happiness in J-Lo's orbit. Watch your eyes, guys. I'm gonna flash you. Well, that was terrible. Trying to take a picture of this abrasion. So, I mean, I might not be the wisest of men, but somebody explain that to me. How does Ben Affleck, whatever, he might be the insurance company heir, but how does he go to her twice? Because he already knows her. So he already knows stuff and he knows which landmines to avoid. How does he give her a second chance? Dang, that's a lot of abrasions. I'm gonna save that in my pocket so you guys can see it. How does he give her a second chance and still hit the eject button twice? I think. I don't know if they're still together. They might even have kids. Who knows? I don't get into all this Hollywood business. But how? How does that happen? I'll tell you how it happened. She is as labeled Hispanic. And sometimes you just can't get past that. I am retying my jig here, guys, so my apologies, but it must be done. I'll see what it looks like in the morning. Dude, but he had money. He has money. She has money. So it's not money. Who knows? Don, I think the biggest fish that I caught this year was 7 pounds and change, but I don't remember what the change was. In fact, I was confused, Don. I was like, wait a second, have I caught any big fish this year? What the heck is going on here? But then I remembered, oh yeah, there was a time in which life was a dream. We were living in a simulation. I am throwing a jig to this riprap that sticks out a little bit. The eelgrass was kind of thick right there, so it was J-Lo thick right there, and it was causing me issues. So I was all like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to figure out a way around this because I'm not liking this J-Lo thick situation. I'm not tracking unlimited. What do you call it? It doesn't make any sense, bro, because like there are many women who come with similar packaging. So why would he go back? He just gave it another shot, bro. And not to say that he ain't out there doing some crazy shad, you know what I'm saying? Because like the majority of the girls that I've met, let's not say the majority, some of the girls that I've met that my brother has, let's say, hung out with, I think under different circumstances, those girls would have been regular girls. But because they hung out with that fool, they became something that they were probably not proud of. But it was just a metamorphosis that, do I know for a fact that he caused it? Not necessarily, because I didn't know them prior to him. So I can only assume that the odds are that this fool caused some of it, because what the has happened here, bro? So maybe I should tell my brother that he's no longer Hispanic, he's herpanic. And then he's gonna be all like, hey, wait, I'm not a chick, wait. And I'll be like, nah, bro, you are herpanic. You can no longer be Hispanic, you are herpanic. Because you're out here doing stupid stuff and causing these chicks to alter their mindsets. She was more popular the second time around. Well, here's the thing, bro. She might have been more popular for all the wrong reasons. Because, you know, there was a trial that went on with a certain individual that shall remain nameless. But he did reside on the East Coast, and he had he had ties to this individual who went to the West Coast and ended up losing his life because when a different individual from the West Side, when he went to Vegas, he lost his life. But she was associated with the beginning portion of that situation. So, well, not the losing lives portion, but the gentleman who was associated with all that. So, yes, she was popular all of a sudden. She was definitely popular. Or she was, let's not say popular, but she was in the headlines again. Is her panic a racial slur? Only in terms of my brother, but other than that, bro, you could tell a vato who's dating, who used to be Hispanic and he's making all these chicas locas. You can refer to him as her panic. Because it will be accurate. Hey, Four Locos, we don't know that. We're not running in those circles, bro. At least I'm not. I don't hang out with J-Lo to where I could credibly toss that claim around. So if you fear not Miss Lopez, legal team showing up at your door, then you do you, bro. But the Rodcast does not agree with every single comment that is put in the Rodcast. The Rodcast does not agree with all comments or Rodcasters, Gunners villains at all moments during the live. Because I'm not going to say it, bro. If I say it, I'm going to say allegedly. Because then potentially I am less liable. Because she's going to be all like, yo, this is slander. And then they're going to call me Slanderman. And then kids are going to fear me because they'll be like, oh, no, that's Slenderman. And they're like, children, that was Slenderman. Not Slenderman. If you kids listening do not know who Slenderman is, do not look it up. I mean, it was just something stupid from back in the day. Yo, Spot Snatcher, you think that's the first time that I've ever had to say the views of the Rodcast do not coincide with those of those viewers of the Rodcast? You think that is the first time I've had to say that, dude? I've had to say that on multiple occasions. You think that these guys are going to be on their best behavior every single Rodcast? No, bro. Sometimes we gotta bust out the legalese and be all like, the views expressed on the comment section of the Rodcast do not always align with those of the Latin Assassin or the Rodcast. I've had to say that or something along those lines multiple times, bro. It's just, you are newer to the channel, bro. When we were out here 222 consecutive days, people were losing their minds. And that is just like I mean, it's fresh water, but like ocean madness. We were on the water so many days that people were just, I can't take it anymore, bro. What's going on? Why? He's out again? Oh, dear God. What is this? The 200th day? When will it end? That's the type of situation that we were in, bro. So I didn't blame them for the insanity. I was just like, look, guys, we got to make sure that we cover our bass. So we had to put that out there. One more cast over here to the riprap, and then we will cruise with the crankbait along the riprap. See, Moon was watching us when he was, I believe it is referred to as in utero, bro. Moon was listening to us in the uterus. He was just there and he was all like, I can't wait till I see what this vato's, what these BBLs are that this vato's talking about. I don't know if Moon's Jefe was watching the rodcast, but he would put the rodcast on his mom's belly, and then they would be watching it together, and then Moon would, I mean, he couldn't go anywhere, so he was also watching it, and he was all like, he would be kicking the phone. I don't know if it was because of the radiation or because of what he was hearing, but he would kick the phone, and then they would chuckle, and they would be like, ay, mira, he loves the rodcast. Every time he hears it, he kicks, and that must mean he loves it. So then when he was born, they had the rodcast playing in the hospital room. They brought him home in his crib. He has some Latin Bassassin merch, and he also has essentially a, what is that thing called? It's called something stupid, but I don't, that little floaty thing that spins around. It's called something that doesn't make any sense to me. It's whatever the floaty thing above the crib is that goes around in circles and the kid just looks at it. It's basically some Latin Bassassin poses, and then he's just right there and he's like, oh my God, which is kind of odd that he had this much rodcast influence in his younger days, which is like only, I mean, he's only 32 months old. You guys saw that. And then when he gets a dog, he names it Millie, but that's neither here nor there. No, it's a mobile. Yeah, or mobile or whatever. Unlimited did give the ultimate sacrifice, and as such, we pay him the ultimate respect as he is still in the boat right now. Believe you me, that Unlimited still haunts this boat. If you guys have never seen the rodcast, because some of you guys aren't as OG as the 222. That's basically, I mean, who we are, the 222. The 222 crew, if you're not that OG, then you don't know that Unlimited haunts this boat. If you were part of the 222, then you know. You've seen him haunt the boat. Sometimes at night. Sometimes the ghost shows up during the day. Unlimited's ghost. We are now running the riprap with a crankbait, and we're gonna see what happens. Every time I say I'm not gonna stay out here that long, it ends up being 10, and I'm like, what the heck just happened here, bro? So yes, that's how Moon got exposed to the rodcast. And apparently inside the womb, he lost his mind at least 5 times, or potentially outside the moon. I mean, the womb, when he was born, he lost his mind. My guess, guys, Moon's parents knew that he liked the rodcast, so basically they would put the rodcast in front of him like a parent would put, I don't know, maybe like Coco Melon or something like that. And then they would just say, okay, mijo, we're gonna leave the rodcast here for you. And then they would just go and, I don't know, clean the house, have a moment alone without Moon crying or whatever. So they would set up the rodcast in such a fashion to where he would watch. And then potentially his first words were BBL, 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 BBL. And then they were like, oh my God, he said BBL. That's his first word. Beep, BBL, BBL. Oh, that's so cute, Moon. That's one of the cutest things we've said on the rodcast. It warms my heart that Moon's first word was BBL. Moon was raised by the rodcast, though I will tell you, we had nothing to do with the caling of Moon. That was not that we had nothing to do with that, bro. That was somehow that's probably what he picked up from Melon. Picked up Coco was probably like, yo, hey kids, you should eat kale. And Moon, highly susceptible at that age, was like, kale? Kale? And his parents are like, ¿qué? ¿Qué? Is he saying ¿qué? Ale? Or is he saying, and then they're like, oh no, he's saying kale. Let's look that up. And then they're like, oh, well, mijo, we'll accept you however you are. If you're a kale lover, then so be it. So I'm thinking that's, if I had to go out on a limb and say, you know, kind of read between the lines on all the comments that I've seen Moon put, I'm gonna have to go with that. It's the only understandable situation. They thought you were Asian, Moon? Dang, bro. Moon is Asian. That's an interesting concept. An Asian moon. What is going on tonight? We should have stayed over there at the humps. Fished in the dark. Okay. There's a boat that just popped up in front of us. Boss ni modo. We will fish up to this outcropping and then we will post up and throw a jig out there. I don't know if you guys can see. That's a purple boat, or at least purple lights. Not a problem. Speaking of Canadians, we didn't get visited today by our, at least I don't think we did, by our resident Canadian. Ever since he made that soccer comment, he has been a little bit scarce. See, me and Unlimited are on the same page. He's been a little bit scarce. We ain't seen him. I don't know. All right, guys, we're gonna post up right here. We'll post up here for some number of casts, and then after that, we will bounce. Everything seems to be functional again. A little bit of honesty never hurt. Yes, that was the comment heard round the world, bro. I don't think the Rodcast was ready for that amount of honesty. There was multiple comments in there that were I mean, there could be some interpretation left there. It's one of those mysteries like Shakespeare, right? Like some people are like, well, no, Shakespeare actually meant this during this, line in his whatever he wrote. And that's basically what the scholars are discussing. What did the Canadian mean when he said, you guys talk a lot for not being good at soccer? What did he mean? That type of stuff. It's going to leave the scholars bewildered for ages. They're not going to know what exactly was meant. And it's probably not going to be in their favor because as the Rodcast ages, they're going to be all like, well, we don't have any real reference to what was going on at the time. They're not going to remember that it was a World Cup that was happening at this time. Tater, I remember that comment, but I didn't want to bring it up. But thanks for bringing it up, dog. Yes, that I believe is a byproduct of a product. I don't know what they call it in Canada, but there's a product called liquid courage here in America, and that might be part of the reasoning behind said statements. But yes, Tater was definitely gonna keep it real. Sometimes we fly a little too close to the sun, guys. If only he knew that we don't hold any real hard feelings towards him. Maybe if I speak it out into the world, he'll hear it. Canadian! We hold no ill will towards you and your choice of words. Canadian, you are welcome back at the Rodcast at your earliest convenience. I don't know if I was saying it in the right direction, because I might have been saying it towards potentially, no, that's right. Yeah, that's north. So I was definitely saying it in the right direction. So it should get to him. Potentially tomorrow it'll show up and it'll basically whisper into his ear. So while he's asleep during REM, he'll hear it and then he'll be all like, You know what? I think they've forgiven me. They've forgiven me for my choice of comments. And I think that's what's up. And he'll be back. And we will all rejoice. Oh, no. We are not talking about that. We are not talking about the 13 strong, bro. No. We're not talking about that. We're talking about our Canadian brethren. We don't usually speak of the other individual because, I mean, I will take the words of Nacho. Anyways. Speak of that other situation. We're speaking of our Canadian brother. I agree with you there a little bit, Spot Snatcher, because you can't say that anything said under a lubrication is you can't be held accountable for, because like then if you get a lubricated, then you just got free reign to say whatever, which is, it's not, I mean, the world isn't fair, but it's not a fair concept. Because let's say a gentleman, and I use that word to the definition, a gentleman such as myself who doesn't partake in a lubrication, at that point in time, you hinder me and my speech because I am held accountable for everything that I say. But let's say my brother, who may or may not partake in some lubrication of immense proportions, he is then allowed to say anything that he feels at the time because he's lubricated. So I think to some extent, maybe, but not to dissolve all accountability for the lubrication statements. Because I believe that the lubricated statements are just potential thoughts that lay dormant, but then when the inhibition is lessened or removed, then they come to life. So absolving someone completely of said phrases when they are lubricated, I won't totally agree with. I'm gonna comment every other person. Hopefully the moderator puts me down a few. I'm not exactly sure why that is a goal of yours, bro, but we all have goals. We'll go with, we'll see where that goes. Did I say dissolving? I was just informed that I said dissolving and not absolving. Sorry if I said dissolving, but I mean, some people who say things while they're lubricated, they might deserve to be dissolved. Am I lubricated? Yes, I might be lubricated. Oh, I can inform you of some of the things that you've said, typed at night for Locos, because it's almost like I am your priest, and at night you just send me all kinds of reels, and I'm like, okay, I know where this guy's mindset is right now. And then you send me messages, and I'm like, okay, if I see him in the morning, then he's good. If not, then at least I know where to search, because he was sending me some messages that were, maybe they were cryptic. All right, guys, we're gonna throw a couple more casts because somehow it became 10. And I gotta go home. I gotta go home, get up at like potentially 4, maybe 4:30, who knows? To get out here before the sun comes up, ish, and then see what happens tomorrow. Not exactly sure where we're going tomorrow. As you guys know, that the waterfront ramp is closed, so then that means that they're going to have to spread out that traffic throughout. So they will be parking at other ramps. So that means that the ramps will be a little bit crowded. I'm going to see about getting the regular, or the new regular fancy setup to utilize tomorrow. I'm going to see about that and go from there. Any messages after 3 a.m., ignore them. How can I ignore them, dog? Because I don't know when. It doesn't give me a time. It doesn't say, oh, Four Locos sent this one message at this time, because there is an initial time on there, but then after that, like, there's 40 reels, and I'm like, okay, well, at what point in time did it become 5 o'clock in the morning or 3 in the morning? Dude, I think I am Four Locos priest so much that Four Locos knows that I even married him to some chick on Instagram. So in case you guys need me to, is it officiate your wedding, just let me know. I'll show up in a zebra stripes, and I'll be like, all right, guys, that was illegal matrimony by the husband or the potential husband. That is a 10-yard penalty. Repeat the vows. You hope that chick was La Chona, bro. Do you not remember the chick that you sent? Okay, guys. If he doesn't remember this chick, because I'm telling you, she was not La Chona. If you don't remember this chick, bro, then I am a little concerned, because now I know now that I'm having a conversation with myself. Because I put a comment, you responded with a laughing face. So am I the only one in this conversation? Let me know, dog. Dude, it got there a lot faster. Wow. I guess there was no traffic. We got there a lot faster. That's cool. Hey, welcome, Colin. Welcome to the Rodcast, Colin. This is the Rodcast post 10K. Some have claimed that it's changed me, but that some is just Spot Snatcher. This is my last cast right here, guys. And then we will pack it up because Colin's here. We gotta go. We gotta go, guys. Colin's here, so after this cast, we're leaving. Because he's gonna pick on us if we stay here much longer. He's gonna say mean things to us. And I don't think I can take it. Trust me, guys, I am running a jig out there. The boat has positioned itself at a different angle, so the lights, there's no way to see the street lights now. I didn't beam it through Elon, bro. I just used the old school vocal cords method. Man, I almost wish Colin was here earlier when I said dissolve, but I meant absolve. He would have corrected that. He would have been all like, excuse me, sir. That is not the proper use of English. You don't want to dissolve a person because that means they would be gone. You would only want to absolve them of their transgressions. You wished on a shooting star? Was it a shooting star or just a regular star? Just wished upon a star. Was it the first star you saw tonight? So I do have the American Shad, dude, but there's a boat in front of me. So I'm not running the rest of this riprap because those guys they cut me off, but the riprap it is a lot of riprap, so I ain't worried about it. They had the right to assert themselves and decide to fish the riprap. Yak, if you knew Four Loko, you would know that is not a random number to him. That number to him is like, it's like a number on his alarm clock or on his watch, his clock, whatever he uses to tell time. That is a dial on that mechanism, dude, I almost want to say that this trolling motor now sounds more ching to the gone now that maybe I had to bump the shad out of it in order for it to get right again. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta get the shad beat out of you, and then you're like, okay, I get it. I overstepped. We're good. We are tuning in to see if a new pope is being named, and oh, look at that. The smoke has left the residence of Four Locos. It appears that a new pope has been named. Though a new pope is named daily, not that the pope is named daily, but on the daily, a new pope is named based on the amount of smoke that is exiting the residence of Four Locos. Now again, kids, we do not agree with the consumption of any mind-altering substances here on the Rodcast. I don't know why there is a string of Pope deaths. That's the only thing that we can surmise, that there's a Pope death every day, because why would there be smoke coming out of this residence every day? It makes no sense. All right, if there are any children watching right now, the comment that Four Locos just put in there is, what he's meaning to say is that I believe that he has some built up gas inside of him, and he's describing the scent that will be at his residence as he expels such gas in order to relieve himself. So that is my guess, but I could be wrong. That is just the interpretation that I am trying to provide for any children who are watching right now who need to understand why there would be a skunk nursery smell. So, kids, you are welcome. Because nobody in their right mind nobody in their right mind would raise skunks. That's stupid. The world doesn't need more skunks. There are plenty of skunks out in the wild, on the road. We don't need more skunks. See, guys, back in the day, we thought the Canadian fires, and I'm putting that in quotes, we thought that the Canadian fires were providing the smoke that showed up all the way down here in Alabama. But it's possible that that smoke was coming out of one residence. Do you guys think that the fire department is called over to Four Locos residents all the time, and they're like, dude, quit calling that this house is on fire. We understand that there are immense amounts of smoke coming out of this house, but we can assure you that this house is not on fire. We have spoken to the resident. We do believe that he is suffering from signs of smoke inhalation, but we've gone into there and we've established that he's totally fine. And every time that our firefighters leave that residence, we see that they are also suffering from smoke inhalation. So for the safety of our firefighters, we no longer show up to phone calls from that residence. So I hope that you never have a fire break out at your residence, Four Locos, because you will be the loco who cried smoke, and nobody's coming to save you, bro. Nobody is gonna come to save you because the fire department, they're done with your antics. They're gonna be like, this fool thinks we're gonna waste our time. We got real fires to put out. So again, guys, today, what did we accomplish? We accomplished finding out that Unlimited and Moon, I mean, I don't want to be on a game show with them. And the best thing that we accomplished today was that trolling work. So that's a win for us. This just in. Somewhere a radius of, I don't know, let's say 20 miles around the residence of the local nuisance, the local fire department nuisance, a radius of 20 miles, there has been reported a food shortage. All the snacks in this area have been consumed. Locals are not sure why this has happened, but we are also not sure why we are reporting on this. But there is a snack shortage in the area, a 20-mile radius of the Boy That Cried Smoke's residence. We're getting off the water at the same time. Were you guys here when I asked earlier, or? Oh yeah, okay, then yeah. Before I left, I asked you guys if you had caught anything.
I think we ended up probably doing about 5 or 6.
Oh, nice.
Traffic got so bad out here, I think it ran everything off.
They were all bass?
Yeah, well, he caught, what did he call that, a rock bass?
Okay.
Kind of what they call them, but other than that, he caught one that was probably about 3.5, maybe.
Nice.
Just about maybe 2.5, something like that. Not bad ones, but now we wore them out last night though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were good out here last night. I think probably all together we caught about 14.
Oh, nice.
All weighing over 4.5.
Over 4.5?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, there were some pretty good ones out here last night.
Well, have a good evening.
Thank you.
I will tell you guys, there are a lot of stupid spiders on these cleats that I tie up to. So if one day I become Spider-Man, you guys know why. Yo, peace out, yak. Powdered donuts. There's gonna be people gouging the prices of all these snacks. All right, guys, I am going to go and get the truck. You know how we do. What the heck is going on here? I'll play Honey Buns and Mountain Dew for Locos so that he can think about food again.
makes his stand. Cast so smooth the ripples cry. No fish too smart for his eagle eye. Honey buns and Mountain Dew are fuel all day. Fishing with the assassin, what more can I say? River rolls the stories too, casting dreams we knew. Legacy in waters deep where the echoes grew. Line goes crew, line goes taut with a water beast. Assassin grins, it's time for a feast. Battling scales and wicked darts. This ain't just fishing, it's work of art. Shade cut sharp where we both sit, sharing tales about hooks that split. Sunburned faces with laughs that burn. Waiting patient for the next fish's turn. Honey bun, sweet sticky treat. With Mountain Dew, the life's complete. Assassin skills, the legend grows. In every ripple is magic Honey buns and Mountain Dew are fuel all day. Fishing with the assassin, what more can I say? Stories too, casting dreams we knew. Legacy in waters deep where the echoes grew. Legacy in waters deep where the echoes grew. Oh yeah, and my service I pay money. Oh, hot damn, yeah. Sunrise, it's a lay like a spotlight beam. LA on the silver, living out a dream. Right in hand, catch the line like poetry. Eyes in the water, man, it's scared of me. Wake up early, grind, don't quit. Every single cast got that killer with. Guntersville waves like a beat that slap. Fish don't know they caught in my traps. Cameras rolling, YouTube live, click that stream. Watch me thrive, eyes fishing live. It's a vibe. I'm the Latin boss. I'm the Latin boss. I'm the Latin boss assassin, out here smashing. Every single day, silver keeps flashing. Eyes fishing live, you can't deny. Reeling in dreams under Guntersville sky. They say the lake's a mirror, I see a king. Ripples in the water, hear my anthem sing. Silver's my stage, fish my crowd. Catching big bites, make my mama proud. Every hook's a promise, every reel's a prayer. I'm the Latin boss assassin, legend out there. Haters in the comments, man, they just watch while I'm out here reeling in bites non-stop. I'm the Latin boss. bottom, and the chatter